Just like Say Cheese doing Charleston White. You know Charleston White got a big mouth. You know he gonna say some shit.
What are they doing there?
They putting titles on there and making him say crazier than what he said.
So you watch the Charleston White Say Cheese interview and you're just gonna go with his narrative?
Yeah, because Charleston White may say some crazy shit. If you with me, don't make me say worse crazy shit than I already said.
I don't understand Charleston White's argument with that. He said that Say Cheese makes him look bad for content or whatever. And it's like, bruh, all of these streamers, which he kind of looks at it like that. YouTube is bad. YouTube makes them look bad. And then you have all these streamers. Guess what all these streamers do? They all pay clippers to clip things that happen on stream. And guess what those clips end up being is basically almost exactly the same type of negative narratives that you see in the YouTube titles on a platform like Say Cheese.
But here's the problem, though. When you got Say Cheese and Charleston White, they've been together for all this time. Say Cheese should have the understanding, like, look, if he trying to go another way, if he were Aiden Ross, whatever that name, you know that is out right now, he's kind of like, he's a good dude. Yeah. But listen, he is doing what he's doing. When he see Charleston White elevating, then he should automatically stop. Chase Cheese refused to stop because he's making what, $200,000 a month off Charleston White interviews and giving Charleston White 10. So I'll be upset too. $200,000 a month is what he making off Charleston White interviews.
What are you talking about?
That what he making?
$200,000 a month?
That what he making? Everybody knows this. Say Cheese, come on, man. Say Cheese making $200,000 a month off Charleston White only.
$200,000 a month would maybe be like 20 million views.
Right.
Do you think he's getting 20 million views a month?
Who clip up more than him and Vlad? And Cam Capone, you don't do what they do, gang. You don't understand.
I would guess that Say Cheese maybe gets like 5 to 10 million views.
Man, he get $1,000 a minute. He put out a minute at a time.
No.
These niggas about a minute of content at a time. They get $1,000 a minute.
I actually think that if Sean Cotton is paying Charleston White $10,000 for an interview, that he might be breaking even or making a small profit.
Here's my thing. I've been with you so long. Why come right now you don't see Charleston White with his own thing on Say Cheese thing? Why Say Cheese did the interview with Charleston White? Why haven't we seen Charleston White develop? He been around Aiden Ross for a little bit of time. He developing. He's doing bigger things. He been Charleston White.
Aiden Ross has a bigger platform than Say Cheese. Yeah, sure.
Say Cheese is bigger if he want to be bigger, but why haven't he helped Charleston White other than interviews? So he's not helping Charleston White at all. Because what he doing not helping him. Give me $10,000 and destroy my name.
But I mean, Sean Cotton built up Charleston White to the point where he started getting paid to do interviews on all these other platforms. So yeah, maybe he's paying him $10,000 for an interview, but he's the reason why Charleston became what he became.
But you know this, right? If you build me up to be a certain place, in order for me to sustain this, I have to change. I have to do something different.
You could say Say Cheese helped put him on, but I wouldn't say he the reason why he's where he at today. Otherwise, everybody else that Say Cheese would have worked with would have been exactly what Charleston White is today. Correct. But nah, man, Charleston been putting in his own work, made it to the point where he was valuable enough to even be brought on a second time. It wasn't like some mutual agreement at the beginning, like, oh, now I'm just gonna have Charleston White on again, and until the whole world understands him the way I do. Like, gang, we not doing that. That going viral. You realized it early. Yeah, you was one of the first ones to build that relationship with him. You feel me? Network with him. Lock that in early. You feel me? That was smart on your part. But we not finna take away from Charleston White, gang. This was going crazy on Instagram. You just ain't know how to monetize. You put a little bread in his pocket, and he reinvested that bread the right way. And that's how he is what he is today, gang. He ain't lying.
So you can't keep on doing the same shit with me over and over again. It's going to destroy me. At this point, Charleston White said so much bad about people. I'm surprised he can walk the streets. But I've been moving around with him. He walks streets like he normal. So anytime anything can happen to Charleston White, and we got to blame Say Cheese, because he's the one that's steady putting this shit out after Charleston White saying, yo, don't do it no more.
So if Charleston White says things that are considered offensive in interviews and somebody...
Yeah, that's another thing right there too. 607, I gotta disagree with you on. You feel me? Because yeah, he's still going on the platform, and yeah, they still asking bad questions, but he does not have to answer them, especially the way he answers them. He could tell Brady, cut out that segment, hey, come back with some better questions for me, or I'm up out of there. Like how you did with Cam Capone and boys. You know how you do, huh? If you don't like the questions, what you finna do? You finna next question, gang. Gang, come on, gang, next question. Charleston ain't doing that, gang. He gonna answer that bit. He gonna take it off early just to include a baby. Like, where the baby came from? F your baby. Like, Charleston, come on, gang. We trying to rebrand. You said you want to rebrand, nah? You gotta try.
Beats him up. We can't blame him. We can't blame the person who beat him up. We have to blame the guy who gave him a job and allowed him to speak freely on his platform and paid him.
I don't think you understand. I'm saying that Charleston White do got some blame, but some blame got to go on Say Cheese too, because Say Cheese knew. He done made more off of it than Charleston White. Who you think made more money? Charleston White or Say Cheese off the video? Who you think made the most money?
Probably Charleston White, really. Yeah.
Come on, stop. Charleston White made no more money than Say Cheese off them interviews.
I don't think so. Not if he's paying him $10,000 an interview.
He ain't.
His interviews average like 1 million views, which might be 10,000. Roughly,
think he was giving him a percentage from all of the interviews, and I think the percentage.
But Charleston himself has said that he was getting paid $10,000 per interview, which
I don't think that was true.
Good.
Sometimes I feel like maybe he's exaggerating just to make it look good. But I mean, what is the Say Cheese title that makes Charleston White look
goes
so bad?
off, snaps, all this.
Charleston
this
White
is the problem. Goes
cheese.
off, snaps. Every time you see him, he's going off. He's snapping for clickbait. He's saying something bad about somebody's mother, somebody's child.
I'm just going to
highlight those.
Okay, the Charleston White interview that made NBA YoungBoy ban him. Charleston White banned from YoungBoy Tour face to face. Charleston White on storming off HBCU campus. Charleston White goes off on Lil Uzi Vert and Gilly the Kid.
Goes off.
Charleston White explains why he disrespected Charlie Kirk. Charleston White goes off on Young Thug for interrogation video. Charleston White goes off on Devin Haney and Angel Reese.
Yes.
I mean, but is that not an accurate depiction of what he's actually doing in those interviews? Because we all know the reason why you click on a Charleston White interview is quite often because he's going to go off on some famous person or something going on in the culture, and he's funny, he's insightful.
Say Cheese that posted that this was dead. He didn't post that this man was dead. And say, he took it down, but he post anything. He didn't post that he was dead. If he go to jail, who the first person is going to post it? Say Cheese, right? Say Cheese will be the first person to do everything, but Charleston White, guess what he got? He go do comedy shows. Go look at Say Cheese page. You don't see none of the comedy shows on this page. You don't see him promoting none of this Charleston White water or promoting none of the things that Charleston White do positive. You don't see none of that on this page.
I think there's definitely room for that in his interviews. He's asking them all kinds of stuff.
But he's not highlighting it. But he's not highlighting it. That's not what's on his page. That's not one of his channel. What's on his channel was all the negative stuff, right? The stuff that's gonna get you the views. But sometimes you gotta put someone on this night. Listen, I'm gonna say this, right? When everybody
You almost just said the truth there. Sometimes you gotta title it some crazy shit to get people to watch it. But then when you watch it, realistically, Charleston White might be chilling for most of it.
I'm saying this.
He might be promoting his water.
But sometimes you got to show that you really with a person. Just like when everybody was trolling you with Jason Love, I took upon myself to make a video to say, yo, he didn't get his ass whooped. Yo, he won because he defeated Fury and got in the ring when everybody else was trolling you. I could have said a lot of bad about you, but I chose not to. That's what I'm saying. So he could choose to say something good about Charleston White in a highlighting way. And I put that on my main channel. I say you help more than Jesus. Okay. Right? And a lot of people don't. Who gonna say you help and destroy? I can't say that. I can say that.
Okay, but this is my thing. When I go and do the boxing match against Jason Love, it's like, okay, I know I'm putting myself in a position where people are going to be able to talk, make fun of me, etc., whatever.
For the next 10,000 years.
Yeah, I get it. And I did it anyway. I did it for the money. I did it for the attention.
Yeah.
Why is Charleston White not able to say the same thing about a Say Cheese interview? That he puts himself in the position where he goes off on Charlie Kirk. You already know that when you do an interview and you talk about this dead famous guy that was really popular to a certain segment of society, that people are going to be mad at you. Like, that's just how it goes.
Do you know how much money and situations he lost from that? And Say Cheese could have stopped that at any moment, pulled it down when it was destroying him. Listen, sometimes we all slip up and say something wrong. Just like I slept up and said
why is that Say
Hoover.
Cheese's responsibility? And what did he lose from talking about Charlie Kirk?
Do you know he was getting toured and white people was messing with him at that moment? White people backed away from Charleston White and didn't want to mess with him no more, right? And that was coming from Say Cheese, his interviews and the light that he get over there. Even when Aiden Ross told him, Aiden Ross said, yo, I put you, man, but look, you doing over with Charleston White, that kind of like make you look bad for branding deals, right?
With Sean Conn? Did Aiden Ross tell him that? I don't have any.
Aiden Ross told him, listen,
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Aiden Ross doesn't know what Say Cheese is.
Listen, I'm going to say this, like, you see how you got all this stuff and all this stuff, they won't let Charleston White do this stuff with all that stuff. Reason why you got all these brands up here and they can support you and give you checks because No Jumper is a business and it's run professionally because you know how to do both, right? I'm saying Say Cheese got to learn how to do both. I don't got no problem with Say Cheese. I never had a Say Cheese interview. I'm just saying what I observed coming from Charleston White. All I see is negative stuff coming from Say Cheese from everybody. I never see nothing positive on Say Cheese channel.
How is Sean Conn doing anything different than what everybody else is doing?
I never seen nothing positive off his channel. Whenever you seen something positive off Say Cheese channel, no, everybody knows Say Cheese is known for negativity. activity. Everybody in the trenches know that, right? He single-handedly fucked up the trenches. Everybody know.
You think Sean Cotton
Single-handedly.
How is Sean Cotton doing anything different than every other interviewer?
Because the way he do it to a way that's so disrespectful. He got the worst disrespectful titles, and he clip it up to make sure you hear it, and he put up every.
No, I disagree. I'm with Adam on this one. You feel me? If anything, Say Cheese, one of the most common collective ones. His questions do be clickbaity. He do ask bad questions, but he don't be cussing and shit. He the most family friendly one.
Enter the word worse than Vlad. Everybody mad at Vlad. They should be mad at Sean. I'm keeping it real. Vlad is one thing, but Sean worse than Vlad. I'm keeping it real, but everybody want to be mad at Vlad, but that's because they can't. They want to be mad at you because Vlad white, so they gonna always put on the white man, won't put on the black man. But I'm gonna tell you, Sean is worse than Vlad.
I don't even think people are really mad at Vlad about that anymore because everybody's just got to accept that like Vlad was very early on clipping stuff, on maybe titling things a little bit hyperbolically. But if anything, Vlad is so much less than the average person in that regard because people really be out here doing interviews and titling them things that were not said,
like you,
that are super extreme, that are way over the top. Vlad's titles are very, very simple.
Vlad and y'all all the same. Y'all make people look like y'all gonna get somebody hurt and then don't even care about it, and then as soon as they die, y'all gonna post the other video. That's all y'all gonna do.
I'm getting a statement from Aiden Ross. Right?
Yeah.
He said he's on a call, but
but as soon as I'm get fucked up, all no jumper gonna do is post all the old videos about the person once they get fucked up, right? Or you gonna go to the jail cell and say, yo, free Brick, right? We all love Brick, but then them are things that you gonna do, but at the same time you gonna do all this good shit. At the same time you gonna do some over shit. How you gonna do good if people over at the same time?
How did that fuck over Brick?
Yeah, I ain't say you fuck over Brick. I'm just saying you would do good if fuck over people at the same time. You fucked over me. You always got me fucked up a lot of times, and I thought you was a man. We
definitely have a difference of opinion on that because I feel like you really kind of dug your own hole in that regard.
Nah, I ain't digging the whole gang. I feel like you
and nothing happened for me. The worst you could say is I almost got up, which I disagree with. I think he just was talking to you.
Stop. You wasn't here, bro. So if you wasn't here, don't go around and act like you don't see.
No, I talked to everybody in the office, and that's the reason why I was able to ascertain that it wasn't 40 dudes. It was like 10 dudes.
Everybody in your office was scared.
They told me they weren't scared.
They were scared to death. You talk about 10 dudes. What about the Mexicans too? They talk about the blacks. I told you the Mexicans were here with them too.
They would stay out of that.
You just said it too.
That's not their politics.
Well, come on, gang. What you mean? I don't know nothing about their politics. I just know the fact. If they in here together, they clap their hands together. When it's time to clap feet, they gonna clap feet on my head. That's all I can think about, right? So I'm just happy I made out the situation. Like I'm willing to I fuck with No Jumper, right? Everybody know No Jumper been serving the trenches with a whole bunch of for thousands of years, and you gonna continue to do it, right? So if you're gonna continue to do it, I might as well do it with you, right? You can't beat them, might as well join them, because you're gonna continue to do what you do to the trenches. So I gotta at least be here to be a high vibrational thing, so they can see something high vibrational here.
Yeah, I agree. No Jumper is great. We're the best, but also it just stands out to me that it's like I bring people on the platform, and then they just come up with these crazy narratives out of thin air, and you are obviously an extreme example of that because you're kind of making it sound like I booked an interview with you in 4Extra so that he would have the opportunity to content. Intimidate and hurt you.
Yes.
Which also the conversation that you had with him was not for content because it wasn't on camera.
It was for content.
Okay, here we go. Aiden Ross statement. I said, just wanted to ask if you know what Say Cheese is and if you ever told Charleston to stop doing interviews with them because it sounds like cap. He said, no, I never said to stop doing interviews to him anywhere. What do I gain out of that? I'm going to be honest. I don't even know what Say Cheese is.
Right. Listen, of course, Aiden Ross said he probably don't remember. A lot of people listen. I don't know Aiden Ross. Shout out to Aiden Ross. But I'm telling you, y'all go check on my podcast. Charleston White clearly stated this, right? So I'm just saying that the stuff under my investigations, what I heard different things than what you hear, right? But maybe Aiden Ross don't remember. I don't know him. I know he's probably too busy putting people together to fight. He's from Rome. He got to be from Rome, Florida. No, he got to be from Rome because the way he making fight, right? He got to be from Rome,
Florida.
That's what I'm saying.
Florida,
Yeah, he making everybody just fight, right?
He's got a boxing league.
No,
so
he's bringing
people sign up to fight in the boxing league.
Let me tell you something. Right now, he have got everybody thinking that fighting is cool, right? After fighting comes gunshots. So,
but you realize boxing is different than fighting in the streets,
no,
right?
It's not boxing. You put people like King Peel in the ring. King Peel, I don't know fucking boxer.
He didn't book King Peel.
I'm saying. All right, I'm gonna say something. He put you in the ring. You're not no fucking boxer.
In the history of boxing, how many boxing matches have turned into like gunfire?
No,
almost none.
How many street have been involved? Last street did boxing was Mike Tyson, and they damn near had to fuck him up to do it. They had to fuck him in the ass to do it.
I mean, he made millions of dollars.
Yeah, and got fucked. But I'm saying that
he didn't get
fucked. King was out of Tyson. Everybody know. Everybody know
nobody
this.
has ever said that.
Listen, because I know that don't nobody know I'm half Illuminati, half street. I know Michael. I know he's getting. Who the fuck go silence that. You ever heard him talk? He's like a straight, a cold. You know he was getting hit.
He was already like that before he became a boxer.
Come on, gang. He was getting hit, and he loved pigeons, and he was getting hit by Don King, and everybody know this. So I'm just saying that you act like this don't happen. But I'm just keeping it real, right? I just want to know this. Why is he making everybody fight? Because of this. Because he is trying to single-handedly destroy the trenches. And he's right now making sure he put that bad blood back in the trenches because the trenches are waking up. We're switching from 3D to 4D right now. We're about to wake up. But Aiden Rossoff came now. He's an agent in disguise, just like you. He's CIA. And right now he is making everybody fight. They're trying to get King Yeller to fight. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's positive for King Yeller, right?
When has fighting been positive? When have fighting ever helped?
Boxing. It's not the same as
when
fighting.
Have fighting ever helped anybody? That's not good. The sport should be banned. Nobody should be fighting. Everybody should be loving. That's it. Fighting. Everybody should
Do you ever watch a boxing match and they're beating the fuck out of each other? They're going crazy, excited, and then the bell rings, and in between rounds, you see them smile at each other, dap each other.
When have you
up.
seen that happen in the streets?
Because it's a sport.
That don't happen in the streets. Like Ruger will finna
I know, and that's
up.
why boxing is better than fighting in the street.
So how can you put street in a boxing ring and think they're gonna be boxers? They're gonna still be street. So you know what's gonna happen.
We don't know that. We're at the very, very early stages of rappers becoming like influencer boxers.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, they're gonna get this. Gonna start getting shot up by next year, and Aiden Ross and them already know it. The Jews know what the they doing. They seeking and destroying our community because right now there's no money in music, so now they taking over the content and they making us do the content they want us to do. They making us fight. They making us fight since the Roman days. These all they want to do is see us fight so they can see our muscles because they want to see our big muscles and the way it shine off our skin. That's what they want to see. I'm telling you, what all them Jews want to see.
First time he said some crazy off the wall, but he was 100% accurate. Now he 100% right this time. You feel me? Because them people,
they want to see some big black.
I mean, a lot of us.
Exhibit A. I mean, this should answer a lot of questions right here. This dude right here, man. Exhibit A. Perfect time, Adam. My
want to see big black.
Come on, man.
Not necessarily in the boxing thing.
Come on, man.
It would stand out to me also that like in the history of boxing, I don't think anyone's ever seen it.
Listen, you can't do no but see a dick in boxing because the only thing you see is the dick. When you look down, the pants the just be moving, right? You can see it down there.
You actually wear a groin guard so that nobody's able to see.
You see it up the ass part because they put I heard when you box, they got to put your dick between your ass. I heard that when you box. Is that true? I heard they got to take your and put it between your ass when you.
Hey, keep your foolishness away from the boxers. Keep the boxers out of this.
Box
where they beat your.
I heard that.
That would be more uncomfortable than.
That's what I heard. I don't know. That's why I don't do no fighting. Right? I heard fighting is. If you got to fight to get your point across, you could just talk to a person and really come to an understanding before you fight a person. So I just think that what Aiden Ross, and though I love Aiden Ross, I don't got a problem with what he's doing, but I got a problem with what he's doing. I think what he's doing, he gonna single-handedly destroy the black community, right? And he's gonna destroy it single-handedly, right? Because everybody now is trying to fight. Why everybody trying to fight right now? Because they see him doing it. This came out of nowhere, famous as right? And now he done put this fight demon in the streets. Now everybody fighting. You say he ain't do this with King Peel, but I guarantee he influenced it. So if he influenced it, he did it. Because nobody was thinking about fighting until he started doing it. Now everybody's around fighting.
I think the important thing to note is that it's very, very important that we create this boxing apparatus because it's positive for the people involved.
Ain't nothing positive about fighting.
Everybody involved thinks it's positive.
Nothing positive about fighting. Listen, I'm telling you this. It's positive. It's like they whoop and get trolled enough and then they gotta ride back. You must don't know these street niggas mentality. They are emotional beings. They're emotional creatures.
The world would be way better if the presidents would just get in a boxing ring and duke that shit like that. You feel me? Instead of throwing innocent civilians into the matter into their shenanigans and we ain't got no say in what this and what do go that. You feel me? World would be so much better of a place, gang, if they just handle shit with hands. Get in that ring, couple rounds. Whoever win, mano y mano, y'all. All that blickathon, y'all trying to invent new shit to blow up even more bigger than the first. Like, get your on, get in that ring, fight your fade. You talking all this rah-rah about them other people. Get in that ring.
You ain't lying.
Get your ass beat and live to see another day. Goof ass. And sit with that sorrow if you got your ass whooped too. Sit with that guilt and all that shit you was thinking you were finna do. But you couldn't win.
They don't think logically, and you know that. Listen, they brain cannot open to think logically because it cannot open because they are trauma. They got too much trauma in their mind, so they can't think logically. As soon as they get f***ed up, they're gonna troll. See what happened to Dirk? He got trolled one time and trolled himself straight to jail. Right? Sly Pavon, now he in jail.
Whose fault is that? His or the internet?
It's the government fault because they closed our brain. Listen, they closed the part of our brain, so now
it's the government's fault that Lil Durk hired assassins to go.
Yes, it's all the government fault because they listen. Let me tell you, they hijack.
I appreciate that your lack of accountability extends to others as
they
well.
hijack. What have I told you? That they hijack your body with the food, and then you think you moving, but the food actually moving, right? Everything inside of your body is moving, but you not moving. They took over your body by giving you certain kind of foods. That's what I'm telling you. What they do, and they put certain kind of music in your ear, and now you become this music that you hear. They doing this on purpose because they know that this like the world we live in is quantum physics, right? It's a quantum world. It's not like a physical world. So everything that happened, it kind of happened from your mind. So they take control of your mind to take control of your physical world.
Hold on now. He talk about a whole bunch of something. I normally would say a whole bunch of, but it's a whole bunch of something there. He just, I don't know.
So they up dirt world, they up our world by taking control of our minds, right? So I don't think you understand. So they did do it because they the ones sent to the school. Nobody should go to school. School is for fools. But the moment they take you to school, they take you to school to get programmed, and I can prove it.
You think school is for fools?
Let me tell you why.
School is like the number one way that somebody born in poor conditions can elevate in life.
Let me tell you how. Listen, the elevate life I can do this. I'm gonna say this. Everybody watching this. If you a kid and you just teach that kid one thing, right? Say that kid was born in the family, and they was born in the family with nothing but love and peace, and they never saw hate, they never saw jealousy. Then that child would be a perfect child without no traditional learning system because you instill love and honesty and trust in that child. That's what you need. Listen, reason why you got your far as you got because you got integrity. Because you know what you say. I told you. Listen, I'm telling you why. Because if you say you gonna pay somebody, you pay them, right? You don't play no games. You have integrity.
Thank you.
That's how you get so far. So what I'm saying is we don't possess that in the trenches. They took that away from us when they poisoned us with the food. So now you're dealing with just like the monkeys. That's why Trump turned Obama to monkeys because they
poison us with lack of food. Now that's a hell of a drug, boy. Poverty? Crash out. Let me get that, boy. Let me get all that.
Monkeys. I'm keeping it real.
He said he didn't even post that.
I don't give a f. If he did, he need to post it. He need to post it. He need to post it because ain't nothing but monkey because they running around. When you see a monkey, what do a monkey do? If you watch a monkey in a cage, a monkey gonna be act like a regular monkey. But as soon as you start watching that monkey, act like that. Yeah, the monkey gonna turn to a monkey. What do a nigga do when you start watching it? They start acting, they start performing, right? So they know when they get in the ring, they start performing, right? I'm gonna say this, and everybody watching this, I love everybody, but I just don't like the fighting spirit, right? They should ban that. Nobody should be fighting that. I'm just keeping it real.
Boxing.
I ain't gonna lie, gang. I ain't with you on that, bro. I feel like the fighting spirit way better than the crash out mentality, especially in today's day and age with all this technology and all these cameras and documentation from the satellites to the stoplights. You're not getting away. You feel me? So basically what I'm saying is we should bring some form of mutual combat back. You feel me? Like what hands is involved and people go ahead and settle out their differences like that. Like men, you know? You can still die in the ring, sadly. But it's true, man. Hey, if you really trying to do it to his and allow the time. If you really live it like that.
He ain't lying.
All that, you need artillery, you finna throw your life away. Come on, gang. You're not getting away. Let's just start there.
Should be banned.
Yeah, it's been banned for it. Nobody,
It's such like an antiquated viewpoint.
I think fighting should be banned. I think fighting should be banned. Judgmental things should be banned. I think church should be banned. I think
internet beefing should be banned. Yeah. Doing on the internet, incriminating yourself and leaving documentation for the police to go ahead and put the pieces together and lock your ass up before you ever even got a chance to do anything. That should be banned, gang. Starts a whole bunch of unnecessary violence that shouldn't be. You heard me. Man, bring back the fighting game. Fuck all that, man. King said them boys used to have the fighting. Go win like 2 bands at the end of that. What's the name had the fighting? Aiden Ross be having the beef fights. He be trying to get the rappers in there, dropping M's, all types of. Boy, he dropping money. You scared to get in there for that bread too, guy? At least the bread. Some of these taking the L, like the Island Boys, and I don't even blame them. They taking the L against a like Charleston White just because they know they getting their guaranteed $50,000. Pay me my money. What?
Religion should be banned. I think the Muslims should be banned. I think the Jews should be banned.
What should all the people who love boxing?
I think love should be banned. Love is not real.
What should all the people who love boxing and appreciate it from a cultural standpoint and they love the science, the sweet science as they call it, like what should happen to them? Because I feel like obviously what's going to happen is if you ban boxing, you're going to then have like underground fight clubs pop up.
First of all, let me tell you why they love boxing. Did you know this? That they brain, everybody that's watching that shit, they have visualized they self-fighting, so they are dangerous. Everybody that's watching fighting, they are people that like to fight. They are chaotic, right? And that is their dose, right? If they see people fight, they don't got to fight. But everybody that leader,
I feel like police should stop arresting people for fighting. Unless they causing some type of ruckus and a whole bunch of random people is getting into it, you feel me? Like a jumping or something like that, something of that nature, or a whole bunch of random civilians is getting involved that shouldn't have been involved. Like, it was just a circle, a group fight. Boom, they got their little dukes in. They broke it up after you feel me? Everybody got their little videos. That should be legalized. You feel me? I feel like that's what got a whole bunch of the crime going up. Because you're not even allowed to throw down. Them not even wanting to throw down. That's why they don't want to throw down no more, because they damn near made that more of a crime.
I guarantee you, they go home and they start fighting.
They
fight their wife, they fight their kids, they fight everybody. If you watch that shit, you gonna become that shit. So if you don't watch no fighting, you ain't gonna do no fighting. That's what I'm saying. It take control of your...
Do it like hockey, man. Soon they hit the ground, it's over. Until they hit the ground, oh no, yeah, you heard me. Let it go.
Mine. I don't think you understand what I'm saying, Adam. You're just looking at it like to a regular sense. Okay, nothing but fighting.
See
but
who the bigger man.
That fighting up everybody. I can tell you this, right? We love America, but in America, they had thing when they was going to war, and guess what? They couldn't win the wars because they didn't have no fast enough guns. So somebody invented the gun. They invented the gun that was like, boom, that shoot 15 rounds. He died. When he died, his wife was haunted by everybody that gun killed. See, I don't think you understand what's really going on in this world.
For the record, I don't believe in ghosts.
Yeah. I don't think you a ghost.
It's not really going to be compelling to me.
Listen, I'm just keeping it real. Only thing that you ever said good that people don't understand is you don't believe in God because there is none. Let me tell you how I know. Because everybody on this physical level right here, we just wanted to be a creator. We wanted to be a creator because we came here to love kids. But I'm telling you this, everybody in this circle been reincarnated.
So you don't believe in God, but you do believe in ghosts that haunt people who invent guns.
No, I don't believe in God in the sense that everybody give it to him, right? I don't believe a God that need to be worshipped. I believe in a creator that created everything that doesn't need no worship and praise. It's totally different. It's totally different the way they give us a God. They're gonna give us a God until it's a man, right? Or they're gonna give us a God until it's a woman. Or they give us a God and give us rules. There is no rules, right? So I don't believe in a God that come with rules because there is no rules. I'm here to not learn. I'm here to observe everything and just have good while I'm doing it.
So, okay, I'm just going to ask you this question.
Ask me anything
Are you still sticking with the idea that you were responsible for 4 Extra blowing his hand off? Because King Yellow was kind of doubling down on that.
Let me say this. Everybody know that. I'm just going to explain to you like this. So, just like I got this here, you live in a world to where you don't understand. It's a physical world and it's also a spiritual world. The spiritual world kind of controls the physical world, not the other way around. So it's people around me that you cannot see that that don't want me to get touched or disrespected. It wasn't the fact that he touched my cup. Everybody think that he touched my cup is what happened, but let me tell you what happened, right? He touched my cup. This water, this is spiritual protected water, it fell over, right?
You put money in the water.
Yeah, when this water fell over, you see the guy that was with me, he touched that water. When he touched that water, he did like his hand like this and he clapped 4 extra hand with that water. That activated it. Right, so once he clapped 4 extra hand with that water and it connected with that activated it because the water is conscious, is alive. Right, at that point it activated. So it wasn't me, it was him.
I just don't understand how you don't believe in God, but you do believe in all those other.
Because energy is.
Now.
How can you not believe in energy when everything is energy? When under matter is energy. Now. I'm not saying that. There is no God. I'm saying there is no God in the sense that everybody want to believe there is. I'm saying that people understand that this whole world is energy. It's about energy and frequency and vibrations. So they're trying to take that and replace that with a God. You can't do that because the energy and frequency and vibration was here forever, just like we was here forever, right? We in a circle. In a circle, we just keep going round and round and round.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm now remembering how.
Oh, you can remember,
or just how taxing it can be to have conversations with you, and you keep bringing up this.
I'm keeping it ready. This ain't no real. Stop.
I gotta ask something like more.
Get him, Adam.
Concrete. How do you feel about 4 Extra turning his back on No Jumper?
This is how I feel, right?
and especially the fact that I put out a music video dissing him.
This is how I feel. I'm gonna be honest with you. When you first broke the news with 4 Extra, right? I didn't look at it as disrespect. I don't even see how 4 Extra could look at it as disrespect. That's how I first thought.
I don't even think we broke the news. Tons of pages posted it before us.
I'm gonna tell you who broke the news for real. It came to my phone via text from Whack 100 before I seen it on No Jumper. Before I seen anybody, I got it from Whack 100 first. So I'm like, okay, cool. And
we kind of thought the photo was AI. We were all talking about it for a while before we actually decided we could post it.
I heard somebody from his neighborhood took the pictures and sent it out. That's what I heard. So I don't.
It had to have been somebody who was at least in his neighborhood,
right? Yeah. So I don't got nothing to do with that. So at that time, I thought like, okay, cool. I don't know if it was content. I don't know what was going on. I know he was saying $50,000 an interview. I reached out to him. He said $50,000 an interview. I said he must got. I think it must blew off part of his head.
So he said that to you too?
Yeah, I thought his brain had got hit.
A lot of people are acting like we invented that.
No, he said. I was like, what's wrong with his head? Is he okay? That's what I thought. So at that point, I was like, you know what? Okay, go back to No Jumper. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. Did I think he will last after No Jumper? No, because I thought that you gave him something that Cam Capone, nobody can give him. You gave him structure, right? Like you got him to sit down here and he got to act like and ask questions and do good interviews, right? He's not gonna be able to do that over there because can't nobody get him to do that. They just let him do what the they want to do because he's a
on Cam Capone.
Yeah, he gonna do what he want to do with Cam Capone. Whatever he want to do over here. I don't give nobody say you can't do what you want to do in No Jumper.
I mean, his first interview back with Cam Capone was like 80% me.
Yeah,
which is kind of wild.
It's gonna be all you.
And then a lot of the rest of it was him just sort of ranting about like how he likes being a dad. Cool. Like I'll let you talk about that for sure, but you can't do a whole interview about how you like being a dad.
No, I mean, right now I'm gonna say this. Right now, and I'm gonna say this for us. If you watch this, I'm gonna say this. Right now, you went through a tragedy situation, and right now you will get love from the same people that will leave you if you don't do nothing new. Right now, people are showing love to you because you got that cast on your hand. The moment you unwrap it, then you're going to see what's really going on. People going to quit feeling sorry for you. They're going to start like, okay, cool, you're a regular person. So I'm just telling you, you need to create some type of real narrative outside of what you're doing, right? Because what you're doing right now, I don't seem to 100% like it, but I don't dislike it.
He's doing cardio in jeans.
Yeah, I don't like it.
He's doing burpees.
Yeah, I don't like it because I see him do one thing. He's trying to do pull-ups with his hand and I'm like, man, come on, what are you doing? Right? Come on, do some content, right? You see what go up when they walk around your hood, do the vlogs, start doing your hood vlogs by yourself, right? Because when Trap Lloyd Ross went there, it did good.
It did, but that was like the first thing that they saw after the hand.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Because, okay, my observation that was kind of mind-blowing to me is that the full Cam Capone interview that he did has, I think, 10,000 views.
Right.
Every interview we did with him was like 500,000.
Right, because you got to understand that.
I don't understand how, like, that is a pretty spectacular fall off.
I just said why. It's not that a fall off. You gave him occasions, you gave him narrative, you gave him something where we can listen to him a lot of times. So I'm thinking, he over there getting yelled the whole time. Like he just did a video right now talking about he got Bobby Smurder, and I couldn't understand it because he was screaming the whole time. Yeah. So calm down, slow down. We know you're excited, right? We know you love it here, right? But we need to understand you sometimes too. Yeah. And I think sometimes it's kind of like hard to understand for extra.
But Cam Capone should be able to like rein him in a little bit during the interview and make it make sense.
Right. I mean, it's kind of hard when you're not giving them instruction with Cam Capone. Listen, I love Cam Capone too, but Cam Capone, he asked the same question to everybody. So it's like he searched random news and then he asked everybody the same question. So he don't really understand media, I gotta say, but he's just in a position to where, okay, cool, I got some people from LA, some other people, I can give them some money and people want to hear about these people. Do Cam Capone completely know how to run a media company? I gotta say no, right?
Well, you've probably done like 50 interviews for him, haven't you?
That's what I'm saying. I did a lot of interviews for him. I'm just saying that I'm not saying Cam Capone is not a good person, but I'm saying when it comes to running a structured business,
Capone, boy. Next question, Cam. Cam, come on, next question, Cam. You ain't got no better question. We be telling Cam, you better use ChatGPT, gang. Now, I see what Unc talk about, gang. Unc do be liking on the questions when it comes to Cam Capone. Cam, next question. He been getting better though. He be getting better through Unc's guidance. You could tell behind the scene, he really listened to Unc. They probably be conversating and Unc trying to help him out. Like, hey, man, you might want to try asking these type of questions. Have the questions ready. Don't just be waiting for me. Don't leave too much ideal time. It's just a whole bunch of blank spaces, gang. What you doing? Next question. If you see I'm done talking, I get the space and not looking at Sophia and gang. I'm transforming. Next question, Cam. Next question. You ain't lying. And Cam been putting in that work, boy. I seen the growth.
I'm saying, like, No Jumper, you do podcasts, you do news. He just do news and try to mix news with everything. He call it the same news. He don't have different entities for his business. It's all the same thing, right? So that's what I'm saying. You putting 4 Extra in his box, and like 4 Extra really can't be in a box because you got to design a box for 4 Extra, kind of like what you did.
I mean, what will be interesting is if he keeps doing interviews and like how often they do it. And
no,
because from my perspective, that first interview back, they talked about the firework thing a little bit. and he talked about me a lot, but they didn't really talk about anything else.
No, but he said
part of it because he won't talk about anything with his neighborhood.
No, but he said him down.
That makes sense, but
no, it ain't that. It's just that first of all, he wouldn't talk about you. I don't know if you noticed this. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say it, and everybody watching this know he didn't choose to speak about fighting you until he realized that you couldn't fight. Yeah. Right? Once he realized you couldn't fight, then he said, "I'll fight." No, you can't fight now.
That's why I'm kind of feeling like he needs to get through King Pill before he gets to me.
Right? No, listen. You can't listen. Once he did that, I said, what the fuck? He should not say nothing. Like, why the fuck would you say something now when he see you get his ass whooped?
Yeah,
right.
I challenged him to the fight. Did the diss song? Challenged him to a boxing match. No response.
That would have been him in the ring.
Or I guess he did respond at one point. He kind of said like, "Nah, I ain't gonna fight you." Then I get my ass whooped by Jason Love, and now he wants to fight. But he also turned down King Pill. So my whole thing is like, this is how you lose the people. When they see that you're not really like consistent.
You can tell by 4 extra scream that it's not the same scream. Go back, listen to his old video when he was in No Jumper, he was screaming. You're gonna hear a different scream. You're gonna hear a scream from down here, like a scream that I'll f you up. Now the scream that you hear is kind of like a protective scream. It's like a scream under the scream. It's not the same scream, right? So I think 4 extra understand that he really can't defend himself right now. I think he knows this. I think he knows this to a point. But
see, that right there is like the most offensive thing in the world to him. The idea that he is not actually able to physically take care of himself at this point.
You can't.
Which obviously you lose a hand, that's going to really make it so that's a lot harder.
Everything that you have was built on fighting. Back to Aiden Ross, everything can be built on fighting. Listen, right now, 4 extra, if you watch this, you cannot talk about whooping people no more, whooping no ass no more, because we cannot believe you. We cannot believe you until you get in the ring and fight some.
Yeah, we been stopped believing him, man. He ducked too much phase, bro. When he wouldn't fight Aaron the Plumber, I was done with 4 extra. I was done with 4 extra. Like, you ain't gonna fight Aaron the Plumber. Gang, he ain't turned on the fade yet, and I don't think he won one. You might well get in there before Aaron the Plumber. He's scared of Aaron the Plumber. Hell nah.
He ain't lying.
You lost me, and that was before the hand incident. So nah, I ain't giving him no more excuses.
Body with 2 hands, or go fight somebody with 1 hand. If you gonna fight. But I'm gonna say this for extra: stop fighting. Footage, right? Nothing. You got something going with Cam Capone. If you can grab you a narrative, I don't know why you keep doing.
He told me he was gonna fight Space Monster. You lied to me.
That music, I can't say I like it too much. No, I can't say I like it too much. Right? I gotta keep it real. Right? I can't say I like it too much, but I can say nice try. Right, nice try. I mean, I see you trying to find. So he like somebody's trying to find something to do and really don't know what to do. But as long as he's not in the streets, I'm happy.
As long as he tries.
Because like the crazy thing was after he blew his hand off.
Hey, a lesson from that tip that what Unc just said just there. You feel me? It's like he trying to find something, but he ain't. One thing about it, he ain't giving up. As long as he don't give up and he keep could narrow down on any one of them paths. Whether it be the podcasting, he want to try paraplegic boxing. Anything of that nature, gang. He just picks some shit, lock in on it, never give up. He gonna see the end goal. He ain't lying. As long as you don't give up, gang, you gonna make it.
I was thinking like he's gonna have to find stuff to talk about besides being tough. Yeah. So then all of a sudden you see him with a big ass thing of money.
Right.
And he's like playing with the money and but then it's a problem because he can't really count the money.
No, that was the same money. I don't know if people pay attention, but he had that money. I only seen it one time. That's when Trap Lloyd Ross did that walkthrough. I think Trap Lloyd paid him that money.
No, but Trap Lloyd didn't give him any money. He just volunteered his time for free.
He ain't giving no money for that? So why
he was doing him a favor. He went there and like starred in this video with him that was supposed to be for his channel, but then they ended up putting it on Cam Capone.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So that's why Trap was pissed.